some special event that's happened in your life. We celebrate a lot of men and women for the things that they have done. We consider some of these things to be great exploits. You know, don't sleep on me this morning. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to preach too much. But I do want to just kind of read this because I want you to kind of identify what I'm saying this morning. You know, there are many people in the past that have done things. You know, you had Edmund Hillary who climbed the Mount Everest. You know, the first man to ever climb the tallest mountain in the world. I don't think I could have done that. I'm not that good at cold temperatures. It's a little cold, I'm out. You know, I tried to get my wife, let's go on a vacation or a cruise to Alaska. She's like, oh, no, we try like the Caribbeans or something. That cold temperature kind of changes my mind. I don't think I could have been that guy that climbed up to Mount Everest. You know, but that was a great exploit. See? And we remember Neil Armstrong as the first astronaut to put his foot on the moon. I mean, that was a great challenge to be able to do that. Of course, we always look back to those founders that signed the Declaration of Independence, John Adams and John Hancock. That's where you get that term. Put your Hancock right here, you know. And a lot of people don't even know why you say that. It's because he signed the Declaration of Independence, him and Samuel Adams, and we're not talking about the beer. I know. Samuel Adams? No, I'm talking about one of the founders that signed. These guys were great men. Many of them were Christians. Some weren't. They believed God. They were standing against a lot of pressure to make a decision to break away they wanted the colonies to break away from Europe, from the EU. And so that's a lot of pressure. See, a lot of people can say, oh, that was easy. No, it ain't easy to bring change in your life. Just changing the way you dress can be a challenge. Hello, changing the hairstyle. Sometimes we're scared to cut our hair because, oh, you know, this is me. My hair represents who I am. And then when you cut it off, you have to figure out what your new personality is. Say, hey, I tried the bald head thing. That didn't work for me. I'm like, oh no, so we got to get this hair going. I'm gonna put oil on there with this stuff going back. You know, my style. You know, different people are different. Some people love the bald head. You know, bald heads were in. You know, everybody. Even my wife's like, oh, I like the bald head, so I'm gonna try the bald head thing. Just like I gotta stay in this stuff. You know, that wasn't working. He's gonna have to like me to where I am. You know, hallelujah. Because you know, we all sometimes have a problem with change. So there's a lot of people that we celebrate. We celebrate Michael Jordan. He's considered to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Maybe not by everybody, but by enough people that he's been considered one of the greats that goes down in history. And there are those, you know, Bird and these other guys that play, but Jordan kind of stands alone. He stands so much alone that he has his own shoe that's been sold all over the world just because of his greatness. Not because the shoe is any more special than any other shoe, but because he stands alone as an individual showing greatness just as a basketball player. You have people like Willie Mays and Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, great historical baseball players that broke through barriers and color lines and things like that to make the great that many people around the world have time to watch. You have people like Gregory Hines, one of the great dancers of all times, and he died. I mean, people, who's Gregory Hines? Young people don't even know who Gregory Hines is, but he's a great tap dancer. He's well-known choreographer, one of the greatest dancers of all time. Then you have great writers, you know, Shakespeare. Everybody knows Shakespeare. And Stephen King, you know, he's a great writer. Everybody reads Stephen King, and Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou. These are great writers. You have Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Billy Graham, some of the great speakers of all time. And we celebrate these men and women for the things that they have done. Whether it was preaching the gospel or not, they applied themselves in such a way that made them stand out and above everyone else. Can you say amen? Amen. You know, not really to mention, you know, Sir Isaac Newton. Everybody knows who Sir Isaac Newton is. I mean, if you went to school, you should have learned that. You know, he discovered the theory of gravity. And so there are like so many categories. You can go to dancers, you can go to swimmers, you can go to just about anything you can think of. And there are great people who have excelled. And they all have one thing in common. They applied themselves. And they were committed to the cause. That's what made them great. That's why we celebrate them. They excelled because they wanted to. And I believe that this is a key component to our walking with God. I believe it's important that you want to do what you do.
Yes.
You can never be great at anything if you don't want to do it.
Right.
And it took me a long time, but when I first started pastoring the church, I tried to get people to want to be saved the way I want to be saved. And you can't do that. You end up struggling and you get frustrated and you get angry because, you know, if a person doesn't want to do something, they'll never do it. It's like my brother finally stopped trying to get me off of drugs because he figured, you know, you want to get high, so go on now. Get on out of here.
Right.
And it wasn't until I wanted to change.
Right.
Someone said, look at him and said, do you want to do it?
Do you want to do it?
What do
Yep.
you want to do? You want to graduate? You
Yep.
want to excel? You want to build it?
Yep.
So you have to want, there has to be this desire on the inside. Every one of these people that we celebrate is because there was something in them that gave them a drive to want to make it to the top.
Yes.
And even if they didn't make it to the top, they wanted to discover something new.
Yes.
They wanted to do their best, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing, whether it's writing, whether it's technology. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on and on. And only the people that want to do it are the ones that do it.
Amen.
So if you want to be great, you can be great.
Yes.
If you want to do great things, you can do great things. If you don't want anything, trust me, you won't achieve anything.
Yeah.
So why do we celebrate? Why do we celebrate them? Because inherent in everybody, within inside our human nature, is a desire to excel. It's the way God made us. You know, we have competitive nature. We draw, even when we were kids, we draw some, look what I drew.
Right.
It'd be like 3 lines, one's blue, one's red. Look, you know, I mean, it's this desire to do something good. Whether we're 5 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, we're always trying to excel. And what sometimes along the way, a person's desire to excel is destroyed by a parent or by someone else that beats them down and tells them, you're no good, you can't do it, sit down and shut up. And that avenue of expression is stifled.
Yeah.
And so you would think that they don't want to excel, but if you ever can get a person alone and start really talking to them and then they start telling you what they really want to do. Many people are doing the opposite of what they want to do. They're going left trying to go right. Listen, if you want to go right, go right.
Amen.
Go where life will take you.
Yep.
Do what life will show you to do. Don't allow yourself to be stifled. Don't allow yourself, I don't care what age you are. I'm 62 years old.
Yep.
I had to think for a second about what age I am. That's how old I'm getting. I'm like 61, 62, come on, quick, you got a second to say it. But I'm still learning. I tell myself, listen, if I can be like my mom, I got another 30 years.
Amen.
I say, 30 years, technology is going to change a lot. I'm going to change right along with it.
Right.
I'm 62. I'm way ahead of some of these folks that are 30 years old in technology. They don't have a clue. They're still sitting around trying to figure out, got a flip phone. What you doing with a flip phone? You know what I'm saying? Well, I like the flip phone. Let me tell you what's getting ready to happen to the flip phone. They get ready to stop using it.
Sure are.
You won't even be able to use it. The technology is so advanced. A flip phone is like having an 8-track player. You know, I don't care what you got. 8-track player's out. You can't even buy an 8-track.
Right.
You go looking around, if it get broken, it's broke.